Hi there. Today I want to show you how you can edit uploaded YouTube videos without losing views on them and having to delete them and re-upload them again. You might be wondering, why would you need to edit your video that you've uploaded to YouTube? Now, let me give you an example of a couple reasons why. Let's say you have a video you've uploaded, it's getting good views on it, and you've just noticed a mistake, maybe at the beginning or the end, or maybe even in the middle. You'd like to get rid of that, and you don't want to have to re-upload the video, because if you do that, it gives it a whole new URL and all your views are gone. And you want to keep those views or maybe comments that you have, you just want to remove something. So this is where you could be using the YouTube video editor built right into YouTube. The other reason, maybe you want to blur a face that you've noticed there's a face in there that you didn't want to be seen. You can add a blur effect to it, or maybe you want to add some music. These are all things that you can do in the YouTube editor after you've uploaded your video. So I'm going to be actually using one of my videos that's live on my channel, and I'm going to edit it, and then you'll be able to check out the things that I've added through the YouTube video editor. Now I'm going to go, you can see I'm on my YouTube channel. I'm going to go to my YouTube studio. I'm going to go this way right here and just over to my studio. And this is my list of all the things happening on my channel here. I'm going to go to content, and this is where I can access all my different videos here. These are all my most recent ones. And what I'm going to do is edit this shorter one down here about how to remove a background from an image real quickly. So I'm just going to go and edit this one, open it up. And at this point, I'm going to go to the editor, and the editor is right here. So I'm going to click on this, and now we're all ready to start doing some trimming or blurring or even adding music. I'm going to show you how you can do this. Before I get to the trimming, I just want to point out a couple things around the YouTube video editor. We have our undo, redo right here. If you want to play the video, you can see if you hover over the video, just like a YouTube video, you have your hi there, play, and normal, skip back, skip ahead. We adjust our volume through here, and we can adjust our playback speed. The other thing that you'll want to pay attention to is your zoom tool right here, where you can click in the bar or hit the magnifying glass to zoom up on a certain part of the video so you can be more accurate in your edits. So let's start with trimming here. And so the different tools, I'll be trimming and adding music and adding the blur. So if I want to trim something in this video, I'm going to trim the beginning and the end, and I'm also going to take a small clip out of the middle. Now, let's say if I want to take out my intro in this video, and if I drag the playhead, so I'm clicking and holding the playhead, and if I hit play right here, I can hit play a couple different ways. I can hit play here. But I can also hit it on my space bar, and I find the space bar is easier when you're stopping and starting in a hurry rather than trying to find this play button. So, but let's say if I wanted to go ahead.
Gone. So let me show you how to do this today on Teachers Tech.
So I know this is the point where I want the video to start. And what I can do is trim out before that. So if I click trim right here, notice it turned blue around. I can hover my mouse over, I can click and hold and drag it to that point. And I'm going to drag it right to the playhead. I can zoom up if I wanted to see things a little bit more exact. You can see I can go past the playhead, but I just want it because that's where I had it too. Now, the other thing I wanted to do, so if I go ahead and just preview it, notice if I click back here and if I hit play again, it doesn't play this part. So I haven't hit save or anything yet, but in the preview, it's not going to show the things I've trimmed out. Now I'm going to go to the end of the video over here, and let's say I want to cut out the final few seconds. So again, I bring my playhead over here.
Background from an image. Thanks for watching.
So maybe I'll just get rid of the thanks for watching on this one. So I'm going to zoom up, because it helps to zoom up, and then I can move over. So if I want to you can see, you can just drag over to the very end here, and you can even zoom up more if you want. So let's say at this point, I'm gonna just bring this back here, and if I hit before it,
next
hit
time
play,
on Teachers Tech with more tech,
and maybe I want even more so I can see.
Image, thanks for watching this week.
And I'll just leave it at that, right that point. So I can test it out.
From an image, thanks for watching this week.
And that's where it will end, just with thanks for watching this week. So the other thing you can do, you can split things out in the middle. So if I go ahead and I can pick, and I'm just going to zoom out again, I can pick at any point, and I'll pick with my playhead here, and if I hit split down below, I get the blue bar. I can drag this either way. So, and I can put multiple splits in it. So I can go over here and hit split just like that. And at any point, I could go more and more, or I could undo the split just by clicking the X's. So I know there's a certain part in the middle I'm going to trim, and I've watched what part it was going to be. So I know it's going to be at 231. Notice as I hover over, if I try to get to 231 that way, or I could just, the number's already there, but if I was off of it, I could just type in the number here. So if I delete and hit the time, it jumps to that point. So I could add my split like this. I have my blue bar. I'm going to zoom up again, and I'm going to pull ahead a little bit like this. I'm going to test it out.
My time, go through here and erase another.
So I know there's something missing. I want a little bit more, so I can nudge this back.
Go through here and erase things out.
So
another image. This image is
that's where I wanted it to start. So at this point, I'll just listen to it.
Go through here and erase things out. Another image. This image is a little bit more happy.
So I'm going to go back here, and so this part will be out of the middle here.
And erase things out. So let's try another image.
Just like that. So I've taken out just a couple seconds there, and this will come out of the video. So when I go ahead and hit preview, notice that the save button comes up, and this is where I can save, and the trims would be in there. As soon as I hit save, it gets this save changes, and then you go through. So it might take a few hours for your changes to apply during that time. And at this point, I have to hit save. I do want to point out too, you can do this to your live videos that you've recorded in the past, and you can go through, maybe edit them out. So I could hit save. Now it's going to be processing. So this video is being processed. Please take a look back later. So this video is processing now, and then when you come back later, it will be done. It didn't take very long for those changes, since it was a shorter video and everything, and it only took a few minutes. But I'm just over on the video through YouTube here, not logged into my account or anything. If I hit play at the very beginning, you can see everything. It's
so
edited out and starts where I edit the intro out, and so it would have that cut in the middle. And at the end, I just wanted to point out my views for this video are still there, and so are my likes and dislikes here. So nothing got deleted after I did those editing. So let's move on to the next thing here. Let's go ahead and add some blur to our video here. I just want to point out, if you're still in trim, you have to cancel out, or you're not going to be able to add the blur. So hit cancel if this is open. Blur, I can hit the add blur here, or I can just click here and it does the same thing. So first of all, if I do a face blur, what it does, it goes through and finds the faces inside the video, and it will find all the different faces. If I select on one, I can hit apply. I'll select all, and it's hit apply. It goes through and just puts it through very quickly. If I hit play, you can see
program. You can drag and drop.
There's a blur on top of the face. So whenever if I click over here, you'll see it again. It just finds my face and blurs it out. So that's a quick way. You can still adjust these too. Notice when it turns blue, there, it tells me how long it plays for up here. Or I can go ahead and change or adapt. If things weren't fitting, I can delete it, or I can even delete it or adjust to it right here. Now I can undo. Again, I can go back and it gets right out of there that way. The other thing you can do, if you hit the plus again and go to custom blur, so this time it added the blur right here. I can move it. I'll move it on top of my face. I can change the size of it by grabbing the handles and adjusting it. Now you can change the shape over here too. So I can go to oval, and so it fits a face better, and adjust it this way. Or I can go ahead, the other thing, I can fix it to a position so it won't move, or it can track the object. So if the person or thing is moving, it will track with it so that it stays blurred on it. So that's how you can add it. So if I go ahead, and I'm going to jump ahead to a different part here, and if I add a blur right here, so custom, and I'm just going to put a blur on this dog's eye here, and I'm just going to turn it to oval, just like this. And I'll leave it, even though I know it doesn't move, I'll just leave it on track object, and it's playing for about, I don't want it to play this long. So if you go check it out after, you can find out, it'll just play for about 5 seconds here. So right now it's playing for about 17 seconds. I'll just adjust it a bit more. So it's only going to play for 10 seconds in the video from 205 to 215, and there will be a blur. So then I can go ahead and hit save, and that will get processed into it. Remember, it does take time to get things processed. It can take a couple hours. While people are watching it, they're not going to see a difference until it's finished, but they can still keep on watching it after you hit save. And remember to, if you want to, you can revert to original. Let's move on to the music now. The YouTube video editor allows us to add multiple tracks of music or audio from their library to this video, or to the video you're working on. I'm just going to go ahead to the add a track here. So I'll click on it, and you can see we have our free music. You can go through, and this would be the starred one. I don't have any here. And we also have an audio library, and the audio library will open up another window, and it will go through and just, if you want to add any of these to it, you can go ahead. As I go to any of these, you can see you can download it here. Now I'm just going to go back here and just quickly add one from the free music, just so you can see how it's done. If I just click this one, I can pick add, and it goes right into it. It's just doing a slight processing here as it adds the music to this. And at any point, so if I go ahead and play this now, notice the music takes everything over. So the first thing I just wanted to point out was, if I click on the adjust mix level, you can change how loud it is. So if I bring it down like that, it will go through and just process it again. And when it's complete, I'll hit the play again.
Tech, hope you're having a great day today. Today I want to show you how.
And now you can hear that. You can hear the music and the voice at the same time. You can trim these. So from either end, you can grab and trim like this if you need to shorten it. So if there's only a little clip, and you can also move it around where you want it to play. So you can see it just keeps on adjusting. So to give the preview to it, you can add multiple tracks of audio to this. So if I go to this one and we'll go to here and hit add, it creates another track, and I can have the two different ones playing, and you can adjust the mix level here to depending which one you want to have dominant. Now you can see there's more license info here where we can remove just like this. So you go through and look at the different ones from the free music that you can add. And again, when you're done, go ahead, hit save, and then it will go through that processing. And when it's done, it will move to your live video. I just want to add before I go here today that if you go ahead and make the trims and save it, notice that you can't add your blurs after that. So I've made my trims on this, and then when I go to have blur it, it says the video can't be blurred because it was previously trimmed. So that's just to let you know in what order what's more important if you need to blur it first. Now the other thing, you can still go back and add your music to it after, or even if you want to trim it, you still have that available to you after it's just the blur. So I hope you liked this video. Hopefully it helps you out. Maybe you have that video that you need to trim that little bit out of, or maybe that little thing you have to hide with the blurring tool that makes it easy to take out without losing your views. Thanks for watching this week, and see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.